Okay, so here we have quiz number 5. Number 1 says write the expression as a sum or difference of logs. So this is x to the 4th multiplied by that root. So that's going to be the natural log of x to the 4th plus the natural log of the square root of 2 minus x, right? Multiplying for one log becomes easier adding for 2 logs. Now, we can't leave it that way because that x to the 4th, that 4 comes down to the front, right? Powers come down to the front. And then the square root, remember a square root is a half power, and that half power comes down to the front also. So it's 4 ln x plus a half ln 2 minus x. That's the answer on that one, on number 1. Okay, let's go do number 2. So number 2 says write it as a single log. So that means I'm going to make it into one log. So take this power and put it, that number in the front, put it up in the power. So that's log base 5 of u to the 6th plus, and then that 3, put it up in the power, log base 5 of v to the 3rd. So they're added. 2 logs added becomes 1 log with the arguments multiplied. Right? Harder job for 1 log, multiplication. It was easier. It was adding for 2 logs. There we go. Next one, number 3. Use the change of base formula. So how do you do this? So we learned that the top one goes top, and the bottom one goes bottom, like that. And then they want us to hit the buttons on our calculator. So the one that's higher up goes higher up. The one that's lower down goes lower down. So log 20 over log 4. I'm getting 2 point, how many places? 1,000. So 2.1609. 1609. They want me to round to the 3rd place. Look, 1 to the right. 2.161. There we go. Okay, so number 4 is a log question. We're going to make these 2 logs into 1 log, same base there. So subtraction becomes division. And over here, subtraction becomes division. So subtraction for 2 logs, easy job for 2 logs, harder job division for 1. Now, we can get rid of both these log-based a's by just doing, whoops, let me do this. A to the power cancels, and so we just have x minus 1 over x plus 8 is x minus 3 over x plus 8. That's all we've got left. And so, right, so now we can cross multiply. X minus 1 times x plus 8 is x plus 8 times x, oops, I'm getting scribbly here, x plus 8 times x minus 3. Okay, then FOIL this, so we get x squared plus 8x minus x minus 8. Over here, x squared minus 3x plus 8x minus 24. We can subtract x squared from both sides. Gonzo. 8x minus 1x is 7x minus 8. Negative 3x plus 8x is 5x minus 24. X is on opposite sides. So I'm going to subtract 5x, get rid of one of them. So I don't know what to do here, bring this up here. This will give me 2x minus 8, these are gone, is minus 24, add 8. 2x is minus 16, divide by 2, x is minus 8. So we got the answer minus 8, but actually that's not a valid answer. Because if I put in minus 8 back in the beginning on the first step, minus 8 here or minus 8 there, makes that one 0, makes that one negative. No way, so the answer is no solution. Okay, so this one we have x is in the power zone, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take ln of both sides, and that lets the power come down, lets the power come down. So 1 minus 5x ln 4 x ln 3. So the powers come down when you do the natural log of both sides. Then distribute. So 1 times ln 4 minus 5x ln 4 is x ln 3. Okay. Now, how do we solve this? We have x in two places. What do? We got x here and we got x here. What do? Number one, get the x terms on the same side. So I'll jump this one over here. So this will be 1 ln 4 equals x ln 3 plus 5x ln 4. And then step 2, factor out x and divide. So now I factor out the x, ln 3 plus 5 ln 4. And then last step, you just divide by ln 3 plus 5 ln 4. ln 3 plus 5 ln 4. Boom, boom. X is alone. There we go. Okay, this is the same kind of thing. We got x in the power zone, so I'm going to go ln of both sides. Power comes down. Power comes down. ln is just 1. So distribute here. 1 ln pi minus 7x ln pi is 6x. Okay, so same kind of thing as the last problem. We have x in two places. We got it here and we got it here. Get them on the same side. Jump that over. So we got ln pi is 6x plus 7x ln pi. Factor out the x. And last step is to divide by 6 plus 7 ln pi. There it is. X is alone. They also want you to get a calculator answer on that too. Okay, so on this one, they want me to use my calculator to solve. So the left side is going to be y1, so type into your graphing calculator. y1 equals e to the power x plus ln x, and y2 is 7. And then you graph it. My window was just the normal window. X min, X max, Y min, Y max, negative 10, 10, negative 10, 10, and I got a nice little graph, sort of looked like this. Oops. And then right there, and they intersect right there. So then hit second, calc, intersect, second, calc, and go down to intersect, and just hit enter, enter, enter. Oh no, actually enter didn't work. I had to hit the down arrow and then enter because it put it on the graph, and then I hit enter a second. Oh, and then I hit and then I had to hit down arrow again, enter, and then I hit enter the third time, and it gave me the answer 1.85. So sometimes you have to hit down arrow before you hit enter, because that'll jump it to the other graph. It's basically asking you what's the first graph, what's the second graph, and it's kind of moving the dot around. So I had to move up and down arrows and hit enter to get it to do that. And then I got my answer on that one.